Hey people, struggle through with me, struggle through for 2 more weeks, possibly three, 2 weeks until I move, 3 weeks until I'm settled in. I literally will move and unpack. Well, like once I'm there, I'll unpack in like 48 hours. I'm one of those people where I'm so anal that I must do everything immediately or I cannot rest. Like I will go without sleep. And by unpack, I mean like I will have pictures hung. I will have like ran to the store 15 times to shop for bric-a-brac and rugs that I don't feel I don't have. Like I've got issues. I have some deep-seated issues. I'm that one. I'm like the anal one. So anyway, I'm still tired. I still think it's a good idea to film YouTube videos while I'm tired. There's some more videos that I need to make this week. I am making one on Elon Musk. Yeah, I'm making one on that soccer dude that's been accused of rape. I'm too tired to think of all the stuff I have to make. And I'm supposed to have interviews this week. I'm scared because we all saw how Tommy Sotomayor's live went, my first live. I'm thinking, even though I'm tired, I'm like lightweight thinking about going live tonight. Is that crazy? Just to like practice. Just to like see if I can do it without being freaked out. Hold on. I'm like doing something and talking to you guys. I'm bad. Hold on. Sorry. I'm like trying to talk to you guys, but I'm also trying to like do other things. Oh, okay. Great. Okay. Sorry. I'm back to you. Anyway, in my sleepy, exhausted state, I am just going to do one more video. And I kind of covered all these, like at the end of my Tommy Sotomayor can't talk video. At the end of the video that I cannot say because I'm tired, Tommy Sotomayor, there we go. At the end of his video, I answered some questions. I think I've literally rambled for 2.5 minutes on this video, so let me get to the point. But I did want to do these videos separately simply because I'm sorry. I didn't want you guys to have to dig through 2 hours worth of footage to find the answers to these questions. So anyway, Carl Footman Jr. asked me to make a video on the type of woman a man should look for. I'm prepared for this because I had time to spit it all out at the end of that live. But I just wanted to make an independent video on the topic before I fell asleep tonight. And it goes a little something like this. My top 3, I realized, were that she is 1, submissive, 2, teachable, and 3, transparent. Those were my 3 main ones. And then on the heels of those, I would say that she, but this kind of could go for men and women, someone who does not expect you to be the authority on or the propagator of their happiness, but realizes that we can't make each other happy. We can be a part of your happiness. We can help contribute to your happiness, but we cannot make each other happy. Let's go back to the first one. So, submissive. If a woman is not submissive, you might as well not waste your time with her. Basically, a woman who's not submissive is just going to be argumentative. She's going to want to compete with you versus work with you. She's going to want to fight against you versus support you. She's going to just be trouble. Lack of submission in a woman is a bad, bad thing. A woman who thinks submission means something negative is a problem. First and foremost, she needs to be submissive. Just period. There's no foundation if submission is not the foundation. So it must be that. She must be willing to fall back. Because the thing is, in a relationship, men are highly unlikely to fall back. Can you imagine two people just refusing to just drop down? Men have an excuse. You guys are dominant. And so it's in your nature to not fall back. When men pose against each other, it's going to be a battle of who's going to fall back first. That's not a battle you should have with your female counterpart, though. That's just crazy. So submission first. Teachable. Every woman is not going to have the benefit of being taught. There are some things I do because I was raised that way. So I know to offer a man a drink. I know to go get his shoes or help him with his jacket. I know that food should be ready when he comes home. I know. Like, there are things I know because I grew up around women and men in the same household. And I was taught by the women and through observation and by what was expected of us to do those things. So I had to cook. I was taught to cook from scratch. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with women. I was allowed to sew and make clothes, and that was encouraged. We were taught how to take care of children. We shut up when the men had something to say and we obeyed them. Like, this is how I was raised, and so it just is stuff that I do. But every woman doesn't have that reference point. And that doesn't make her a bad person, right? We can't control as people what our parents do or don't teach us, or, where they do or don't fail as parents. But what is very important is that your woman is teachable. Okay? So if she doesn't know how to do it, will she let you teach her? I know with my first husband, he liked gourmet food. And there were certain, I knew how to cook from scratch, but there were certain things that a 5-star chef would want, that he wanted, that I had just literally never heard of before. And he had to teach me, and I had to be open to being taught. There were things that I wanted to do that maybe he didn't like. He didn't like when I baked white bread. He didn't like my white bread. I can do a better job now because I have an Amish bread recipe that is off the chain. But I had to be able to fall back on that. There are men who don't want you, and I know this is going to trigger some people, don't want you to speak unless spoken to. We have a problem with knowing when to shut up. But a woman who's not teachable, who will not understand and take a lesson about when it's appropriate to address her man and when it's really time for her to be quiet, it's a problem. You need a woman that's teachable. If there's something she doesn't know how to do, if she doesn't know how to properly carry herself, do you know what I mean? She doesn't know what undergarments are correct. She doesn't know when's the time to show your cleavage, when's the time to put it away. She doesn't know, like I said, when to speak, when to be quiet. She doesn't know how to network. Okay, that happens. Everybody's not taught, but is she teachable? Can she take a lesson? Does she get a clue? The more alpha, and I talked about this in my, submission video for women, the more of a man that a man is, the less tolerance he has for your shenanigans. So this can be a difficult, dicey, touchy kind of place. But on the man side, if you're willing to deal with that, is she teachable? Is she just hard-headed? Is she just going to say yes and then just continuously do the thing that you told her not to do? Now, some women are willful. Willful women can still be teachable. I'm a willful woman. If you let me, I will. Do you know what I mean? I'm that chick. If you allow it, I will push because I'm a pusher. But if I'm put in my place and I know there's a boundary there, I'm not going to push past it because I'm teachable. I'm submissive. I'm obedient. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Sometimes I will talk, and I'm a woman, so I have a high-pitched voice. I will talk to my man. He did this to me last night. He was like, "Why are you raising your voice?" And I was like, "I'm not raising my voice. And he didn't say anything else, but I promise you that I dropped a few octaves and then marked in my mind that he didn't address me when I spoke back to him. Because that talking back stuff, he's not about that life. Don't talk back to me. If I'm asking you why you're raising your voice, you're clearly raising your voice. But teachable. Now, this is on my mind today, okay? Frankly. Because twice in one day, he said that to me. And it wasn't like we were fighting or anything like that, but I got animated, and he doesn't like me to get animated. I didn't get like crazy. We were just talking, and I just had a lot of emotion to my voice. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna correct you. And then like several hours later, I did it again. But see, that time he was more firm, and like I caught myself. Again, teachable. Like, nobody's perfect. Like, women, we don't have to be perfect. Men, you don't need to find a perfect woman, but she has to be teachable. See, that's all the correction that we had to do. Like, he's a person that and this is common with men, right? If you tell a woman to calm down and her reaction is to not calm down, but to escalate it and take it to the next level, yeah, she's not the one. My man tells me to calm down all the time. When I was younger, I might be like, I am calm. Or I might get offended. Like, why are you telling me to calm down? Oh, no. But see, that's not what I do at this point. If I'm being told to calm down, that's like my man saying, okay, I see that you're about to just do something. You're about to be on some woman stuff and blow some things out of proportion, and we're going to have a problem. So I'm telling you to calm down. I'm telling you to check yourself. That's what calm down means. Check yourself. If being told out of love to check herself and to calm down is a problem for the woman that you're considering, she's probably not a good woman for you to pick. It might be smart for you to move on to another chick who responds to a warning that she needs to get herself in check. So teachable. So submissive, teachable. And this is the really other big one. Transparent. You need a woman who will open up to you. If she's got walls and fortresses and alligators and moats, and her emotions, feelings, and parts of her life are in, ivory tower somewhere to never be touched or shared with you, it's a problem. Again, I'm uncomfortable talking about this subject because I'm not a man, but I know this as a woman. Your man has to have access to all sides of you, because when you give him access, he's able to deal with you better and mold you better. And I know, again, I'm saying some triggering words to some women, but we have to allow ourselves to be taught and molded. You should be looking in your man for your superior. Okay? Your superior. He's your superior in his intellect, in his in his self-control, in his emotional intelligence, in his control over his body. We should be looking for our superior. And so in that case, that means when your superior is dealing with you, he needs to understand how your mind works. If you have a woman who wants to keep a bunch of secrets, well, that's a problem. How are you ever going to get into her head and figure out what makes her tick to help her grow and be her best self and be a proper helpmeet to you if she wants to keep secrets and not tell you stuff and is lying and all that kind of stuff? That's a problem. That's where you get into those situations where men are like, well, I thought I picked a good one, but she was faking. No, you let that slide. You let her not answering those questions, that little white lie, like you let that stuff slide. Call her out on it, and if she doesn't correct, again, because nobody's perfect, but if she doesn't correct, that may not be the chick for you. So, yeah. And then again, things just like emotional maturity, recognizing that you are not going to be the source of her happiness. I probably don't want to go into this because I think I could do a video on like 5 relationship mistakes. And what would top my top 5 would be expecting someone else to make you happy. That would be top of my list. And women are big on this. We want the knight in shining armor. Now, your man could be your hero, but if a woman is idolizing you as her hero, you're going to save her. You're going to make her happy. You're going to, she will throw a tantrum when she's not getting all that attention, all the presents, all the happiness, all, you know what I mean? When she's not getting all of that because she's coming from like a backward place, yeah, that could be a problem. So maybe not the one for you. But like I said, I could do a whole separate video on the top 5 relationship killers. The top 5 things people do in a relationship to destroy their relationship. But as far as picking what type of woman men should pick, and again, I don't feel I'm an authority on this because I'm not a man, but as far as what type of women a man should pick, or what type of woman a man should pick, I feel we're looking at submission. We're looking at teachability, that she's teachable. I don't think teachability is a word, but I'm tired, so just roll with it. And 3, I think we're talking about transparency. Submission, she's teachable, she's transparent. So if you get those 3 things in a woman, you can work with that. That's the woman for you. Unfortunately, just like it's hard to find a good male leader, it's hard to find a woman that is those things. But be looking for them. And like I said, I'm tired. So if this came off ultra just ranty and weird and stuff, then oh well. That's what making videos private is for.